And finally, I want to talk about pronouns. Don't worry, this is not an English class. It's a story of our times. She, her, he, him, they, them. What am I talking about? Commonly used gender pronouns, something we all learnt in primary school. But what about them, they, theirs? Or ze, here? Well, they're gender-neutral pronouns because gender is no longer a binary, we're told. It's a spectrum. And now it is considered polite to ask people their preferred pronoun. So if you hear pronouns like they, them, theirs, do not be confused. These are common gender-neutral pronouns. What exactly are they? It's when people don't want to identify with either of the binary pronouns, he or she. And they can be used to refer to a single person. Ze, here are pronouns used by the trans community. And some people prefer not to use pronouns at all, substituting their names for pronouns. How does that work? I'll give you an example. Anu is watching Vantage because Anu is a student and Anu is keen to understand international affairs. No pronouns. But back to pronouns. They've been expanded to include more people. But what about God and his pronoun? Well, God is keeping up with the times and is about to go gender neutral. The Church of England is mulling whether to stop referring to God as he. This comes after some priests asked for it. They wanted to be allowed to use gender-neutral terms while talking of God. 2 commissions appointed by the Church of England will deliberate on this matter this spring. And any change would need the approval of the Synod, the Church's decision-making body. Gender justice campaigners have welcomed this move, but there are some hurdles. First of all, what happens to that prayer, Our Father? It is the central Christian prayer where Jesus instructed his followers to say together. As expected, traditionalists are not thrilled about the possibility of changes. Some say such a move would be seen as an abandonment of the Church's own doctrine. Reverend Dr. Ian Paul told a news outlet, and I'm quoting, "The fact that God is called Father can't be substituted by Mother without changing the meaning, nor can it be gender neutralized to parent without the loss of meaning." But the Church of England says it has been exploring for years the use of gendered language vis-a-vis God. A spokesperson for the church said, and I'm quoting, "This is nothing new. Christians have recognized since ancient times that God is neither male nor female. Yet the variety of ways of addressing and describing God found in Scripture has not always been reflected in our worship." Scottish denominations have already moved away from referring to God as he, but not everyone likes the idea. Critics say this is a perfect example of being too woke. What's woke? A term that is used to signify being more aware politically and socially. Last week, I told you about how the UK is facing a non-religious future. According to the census data of 2021, most people under the age of 40 in England and Wales say that they have no religion. And for the first time ever, Christianity is no longer a majority religion in either of these two places. There is pressure on the church to reach out to the young and modernize its ways to keep up the appeal. But is this really the way? Because it seems even God hasn't been spared in this crisis of faith in the UK, because as the country is at risk of losing its religion, God is at risk of losing his pronoun. And to expect the faithfuls to go from our Father to our non-gendered parent in heaven would be quite a leap of faith. Many may not be willing to take it. We'll see how this plays out.